Hey crafty friends, it's Joy here with another lawn fawn video, and today I created this sweet little Easter basket using the platform pop-up dies and the Build a Critter spring accessories. So here is the platform pop-up I have die cut from white cardstock, 2 pieces, and I'm going to fold away from myself on the score lines. You need both of these to create the full platform pop-up. And then you can see that I have a couple of T pieces. I actually need 3 T pieces. 2 of them I'm going to fold on the score line, and 1 of them I'm going to trim off at the score line. Then I want to bring in some double-sided adhesive, and I'm going to place it on the 2 T pieces where I folded that little tab. And then on the platform pop-up, I am going to place that here on this small tab on both of those. And then there's also the little side tabs at the top. I'm going to place a little piece on each one of those as well. We're also going to add some more here in just a minute once I get this put together, but for right now, this is where we're going to start with all of our double-sided adhesive. And then on the T piece that we trimmed off on the back, I'm just going to add a little bit of that adhesive. Okay, so let's flip over our platform pop-up piece. We're going to slide our T piece in with the adhesive facing away from us. I'm going to pull it taut. Then I'm going to remove the release paper and press that down. Then I'm going to remove that release paper on the tab on the platform pop-up, fold it up, and then tuck that piece down. Now we have half of our platform pop-up. Okay, let's do it again. Flip that T piece over with the adhesive away from you, pull it up tight, remove your release paper, and then press that piece down. Remove your release paper on your platform pop-up, and then tuck that under. Look at how great that is. Okay, so now I want a third little T piece because I want 3 layers. So I am going to adhere that. I'm going to line the top T part up right above the score line where it's folded, and then just press that down. Now let's adhere one side of the platform pop-up to the other. I'm going to line up those 2 pieces and then just press that down. Now we need to add a little bit of adhesive on this left-hand side. So I'm going to place 3 strips of this double-sided adhesive. You want strong adhesive for this because you're going to be popping it up and closing it down, and you definitely want to make sure everything sticks. I'm going to fold that in half. I want to make sure everything is lined up here at the bottom. And then once I get that nice and lined up, I'm going to press that down, really making sure I get both sides stuck together. And then we have our last little tab. I'm going to remove that release paper and then adhere that to the other side piece. Well, it's the top piece. And then now we have our platform pop-up. I folded that back down, and I am using the basket weave stencil just on the top part. I don't need it on the bottom. And I am going to, well, you could put it on the bottom if you want, but I opted to not. And I am using Distress Oxide ink in Kitsch Flamingo. I'm just going to ink blend, and then I'm going to get the second stencil, and it's going to go in the other direction. And I'm going to do this on both sides. And I'm just going to show you on this first side though, because it's exactly the same on the other side. So I'm lining that up. There's little registration marks for the previous stencil, so you know exactly where to line this up. And then we're going to create this darling little basket. Okay, look at how fun that is. Now, since both sides are done, I'm going to take spun sugar and just lightly ink blend over that. And if you wanted to really make sure your lines don't go down on the bottom piece, just tape that off with some low tack tape. I have a little bit of ink that came down a tiny bit on the bottom, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. So let me finish inking that up, and now that is done. Okay, so I'm using the Stampin' Stencil Easter eggs, and I've stamped the solid eggs. The other images have cute little critters, but I just wanted the eggs. And I'm going to lightly ink blend each one of these eggs using the stencil. So I'm using Kitsch Flamingo, or excuse me, spun sugar, salvaged patina, dried marigold. Then I'm going to use shaded lilac. And these are just so cute. I love these little Easter eggs. These are going to be perfect in our basket. And I'm just trying to get lots of different colors. So I'm grabbing some purple. So here's that shaded lilac. And let me just get a little ink blender there. And then I'm going to lightly go over that background. And I'm just wiping off the stencil between each color using a dry rag. And then we've got some squeezed lemonade. Now you can see on the rest of the stencils here, there's fun little stripes and polka dots and florals and things like that. And so I am just going to pick some of these images and just ink blend these up. So now I'm using Kitsch Flamingo. I'm going to use the polka dots with peacock feather on this, or peacock feathers, excuse me, on this one. And then I'm going to actually use Kitsch Flamingo on this one as well, because it's going to kind of give us a corally peachy color on top of that orange. So I'm just kind of doing a little bit of mixing the colors there. And then we have Villainous Potion on top of our shaded lilac. And then I'm going to use dried marigold on top of our yellow. I'm going to use the coordinating dies to die cut these out. And I also stamped the Happy Easter sentiment with the jet black ink and use the coordinating die for that as well. Let's put our darling bunny together. This is the Build a Bunny. I die cut from white cardstock. I'm using Lost Shadow to just do a little bit of ink blending. I probably could have left it off of the body because she is going to be wearing the chicken costume from the Build a Critter spring accessories. The inside of her ears are going to be pink with spun sugar. We have the cute chicken here with squeezed lemonade. And I'm just giving it a little bit of shading. So darker on the outside, a little bit lighter on the inside. You could also just use some colored cardstock if you did not want to have to ink blend. But because I was already stenciling, I thought it would be fun just to ink blend everything else. It kind of has all of a similar look that way. Then we have the chicken beak and the little thing that goes on top of the chicken's head, or a rooster. I'm going to call it a little top knot. I know that's not what it's called, but I did that in dried marigold. Then we have the cracked egg costume, but I'm not going to use it as a costume. I'm going to use it like the little chicken bunny is out of the cracked egg. And so I'm doing salvaged patina, and then I'm going to splatter with a little bit of that to give it that speckly egged look. So I smushed some ink onto my work surface, added some water, and then just used a paintbrush. And then from the platform pop-up dies, there's this cute little bow, and I thought this would be so fun to have on the basket. And I am using cracked pistachio to ink blend that as well. I have die cut the grass from the platform pop-up die from Noble Fir Cardstock, and I'm just doing a little bit of tape runner and then a few dots of glue because I really want this to hold on there really, really well. So the tape runner is going to hold it immediately, and then the liquid glue is just going to give it that extra hold. So I needed 3 of those. I'm going to place those on all 3 of our little T pieces because that's what's sticking up now, that top of the T. Let me get this third one done here. Once I get this one in place, then we can start putting together our bunny and all the fun little elements that are going to go in our Easter basket. So let's put the bunny together first. There's the die cut piece that I have for the ears. We did a little bit of pink ink blending on that. And then behind the eyes and the nose, I just die cut from black licorice cardstock. And these are just put right in place, but you could do a pink nose or anything like that, or a brown nose. I'm just doing black for both. And then I'm going to glue the head of the bunny on. We don't need arms because her costume is going to have wings. And this has little pieces that go behind the eyes of the costume also, and I just was making sure that they weren't hanging down below that opening. And there's the little beak and what I'm calling the little top knot. We have our bow here. I'm going to bend that with a paintbrush just to give the bow a little bit of dimension. And there is the centerpiece. I'm going to place that down, and then I can glue that onto the little tails of the bow here. and let's get the rest of this costume together. This darling little beak. So cute. And we have the wings. I just think this is so fun. I love the Build a Critter series with all the costumes and everything. I just think they're so cute. What a fun idea. Okay, so that is done, and that's just gonna go right on top of our little bunny. You're gonna see her little ears sticking out of the top, which I think is really cute. Just adding some liquid glue, and I'm gonna place that down. Now, we have some little things for her feet, her little feathered feet. Okay, so she is nice and put together. Okay, so I had already adhered the chicken bunny and one of her eggs to the back piece, the back grass piece. I did not like that, so I took it off, moved her forward, and now I'm going to place some of those stenciled Easter eggs. I'm going to do 3 of those in the back, and then I'm going to do the other 2 up front. So I'm adding a little bit of tape runner and just a little dot of liquid glue so everything just holds nicely. So let me get those guys in place. And then the eggs in the front are actually going to be behind the grass, where the eggs in the back are kind of in front of the grass. Because I really just didn't want to cover up the chicken bunny. So I trimmed off those eggs so they were a lot smaller and just kind of sticking out of the top. That way her whole costume was not covered up, but that is really, really cute. And then I'm going to glue that bow right on the front of our basket. Now this is darling as is, but this is an Easter basket, and I wanted to create a handle. And if you just do a strip of paper, when you fold down the platform pop-up, it doesn't go right. So I'm going to show you here in just a second, after I finish gluing on the Happy Easter sentiment, how I am doing that. This is a strip, it's 11.5 inches long, so I just took a full sheet of white cardstock, trimmed it on the long side about 1/4 inch thick, or wide, excuse me, and then I'm using Kitsch Flamingo so it kind of matches the basket, and I'm ink blending. Then I'm going to take a paintbrush, and it's really thin, and I'm just going to wrap my paper around. I want to create these nice spirals because this is what's going to stop it from acting wonky when you fold down your platform pop-up. Now the key is this is going to be too short, so I'm going to kind of stretch it and kind of wind it up, working on some of the areas that might be a little too big. It needs to be a little tighter, so I'm just kind of bending that and stretching it till it gets to be the right size, and I kept putting it up to the basket, making sure that it works that way. Once you get it to the right size, add your tape runner and your liquid glue, and I'm placing it kind of in the center, but on the front half of the platform pop-up. I'm going to put that right in place, and I'm going to show you here in just a second what that looks like. Look at how cute it is. I love it. I think this turned out so fun and so cute and playful, and it looks like a cute little Easter basket with a chicken bunny in it. Well, I really enjoyed making this project. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I hope you feel inspired. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.